Debt is dangerous. That's what you've been told your entire life. Don't take loans. Avoid credit cards. Stay away from EMI. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The richest people on the planet are drowning in debt. Not by accident, by design. Elon Musk, real estate billionaires, big business owners, they borrow billions. And somehow, they don't get poorer, they get richer. So either debt is a trap, or you were never taught how to use it. Because if you misunderstand this, you'll spend your life avoiding the very tool that could have made you financially free. And in the next 20 minutes, you'll see exactly how the 1% uses debt like a weapon, and why most people get destroyed by the same thing. Debt is not the problem. Bad debt is. And this is where almost everyone goes wrong. Most people use debt to buy things that lose value. A new phone, a bike, clothes, vacations. You feel rich for a moment, but your money quietly disappears. Now compare that to how the rich think. They ask one question before taking any loan. Will this debt make me more money than it costs me? If the answer is no, they walk away. If the answer is yes, they go all in. Because for them, debt is not consumption, it's leverage. And leverage is how small money becomes big money. But here's where it gets interesting. There's a specific type of debt that the wealthy chase aggressively, and another type they avoid at all costs. And mixing them up is where most people get financially stuck. We'll break that down next. Let's simplify this in the clearest way possible. There are only two types of debt. 1. Bad debt. 2. Good debt. Bad debt takes money out of your pocket. Good debt puts money into your pocket. That's it. You take a 1 lakh loan to buy a phone. That phone will be worth maybe $50,000 next year, and it makes you zero income. That's bad debt. Now imagine this. You take a 10 lakh loan to buy a small rental property. That property gives you $15,000 per month. That's 1.8 lakh per year. Now do the math. Even after paying interest, you're still making money. That's good debt. Same concept, same tool, completely different result. This is the first mindset shift. Poor people use debt to look rich. Rich people use debt to become rich. But wait, if it's that simple, why doesn't everyone just take loans and invest? Why isn't everyone rich already? Because there's a hidden layer that no one talks about. And this is where things get dangerous. Here's the truth that most finance advice skips. Debt is powerful, including your mistakes. If your investment works, you win bigger. If it fails, you lose faster. This is why most people get burned. Not because debt is bad, but because they use it without a system. The 1% follows rules, strict ones. Rule number 1, cash flow first, profit later. They don't invest hoping for price growth. They invest for income, because income pays the loan. Rule number 2, they borrow at low interest and invest at higher returns. If they borrow at 8%, they aim to earn 12%, 15%, even 20%. That gap is their profit. Rule number 3, they never go all in blindly. They diversify. Real estate, stocks, businesses. So if one fails, the others protect them. And here's the most important rule, the one nobody tells beginners. They only use debt when they can survive without it. Meaning, if everything goes wrong, they still don't collapse. And this leads to the biggest misconception of all. Something that sounds crazy at first, but explains why the rich keep borrowing more and more. So how do you actually use this in real life, without risking everything? Step 1. Fix your foundation. No high-interest debt. No credit card traps. No random EMIs. Because high-interest debt kills wealth. Step 2. Start building assets first. Before using leverage, you need something working for you. Savings, investments, skills. Step 3. Use small, controlled debt, not big, risky bets. Start where downside is limited. Maybe a small business, maybe a side hustle, maybe investing systematically. The goal is simple. Make sure your investment generates income. Step 4. Track your cash flowing like a hawk. Because cash flow is survival. If money stops coming in, debt becomes a problem instantly. Step 5. Scale slowly. The rich didn't go from zero to billions overnight. They repeated the same system again and again and again. Remember earlier when we said debt is either a trap or a weapon? This is the difference. Control, discipline, clarity. So now you see it clearly. Debt didn't make the rich wealthy. Understanding debt did. The same tool that keeps people stuck in EMIs is the same tool that builds empires. And the difference is just one decision. Do you use money to impress people or to build freedom? Because once you understand this, you'll start seeing everything differently. Every purchase, every loan, every opportunity. And if this changed the way you think about money, then the next thing you need to understand is how the 1% actually invest their money step by step, starting from almost nothing. Because that is where this strategy truly begins. Subscribe for more finance content.